see, is anybody building anything interesting? Starting here with the carousel round. For people that are tuning in for the first time and don't understand what a carousel round is, can you guys explain it to us again?
All right, carousel, which we just saw, you get one unit who's going to have an item on it, and you have a split second just before the barrier goes down to get a little glimpse of what the items are going to be. But pretty much from there, you have the choice of maybe the 2 or 3 closest ones to try and rush for. A lot of people will go for the recurve bows that we just had a little segment on and talked about. But since the recent item balances, there are a lot of other good options. This needlessly large rod that Uthenera got can be turned into a locket, which is seeing a resurgence in popularity even based off the flat shield value.
Yeah, and the 2 things you want to look for outside just a good item is also a 2-cost unit. You almost exclusively want to go for 2 costs. If you see a spatula on a 1 cost, a lot of people typically even avoid that, despite spatula being such a great item. It's just seen as too risky of a game plan.
Having money early is almost a multiplicative process here, because you want to be able to get as many of these early 1-cost units to build up to 2-star units. You can see he just sells there to get the 2 veins. So he's got a pair of veins right now. You just need 1 more to upgrade it. And having a 2-star unit heading into the PvP rounds is the #1 goal that you're looking for to try and get some wins.
And because you have more gold, you can buy out the whole bench, so he is able to buy the Fiora as well to potentially set up for nobles.
Now, the way that these lobbies are arranged is similar to yesterday, where the goal is to have every player play against every other player at least 1 time, but there will always inevitably be a few repeats. What's interesting is we have Uthenera and JoshOG again in the same lobby here for round #2.
See if they can bounce back a little bit more. They said they were 4th and 5th or 3rd and 4th.
I think they were 3rd and 4th in the last lobby. Reckful and Ibai also in this game. So all the winner, or like a lot of high-level players from the last lobby, here again in the same lobby.
Saw Uthenera get a bunch of pairs there. So sitting on, you want to collect as many pairs as possible, even though none of them had synergies that were working together, by the way. He's just looking to get as many pairs as possible, setting up for that 2-star unit. Right now, though, currently with GoBGG, he's looking at possible demons. Just sell the Varus to get another possible pair here with Fiora Tristana.
Yeah, that shows how important it is. You know, we've been talking about it for the last 2 days, but he gives up Varus, one of the best early game units and Demon and Ranger buffs as well, to go for 2 Fioras, which I still think is the right thing to do, but it just shows how valuable it is.
And we saw one of the drawbacks there to doing it early. Off a creep round, you can get gold. So he did sell the Varus, and in order to buy the Fioras, but then found 2 gold off of the creeps and bought the Ahri extra here. So he's got 3 wilds, all going to give the extra attack speed there, stacking up.
And he didn't hit his pair. He does find another pair of Garens, which he'll probably end up grabbing.
Right now he's scouting around to see if he wants to level up. He's holding onto the 4 gold. Not going to level up, just holds onto the Zed instead.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. He does have the wild buff. A good Ahri ult, though relatively inconsistent, can still win you an early round because it does a fair amount of damage. Its base is 150, I think, so the 2 parts combined is 300 damage to everyone. But the Braum shield has his ult up. You see the Braum ult blocking the Ahri ult.
Yeah, and a Kassadin is one of the strongest 1-cost units. Heading into PvP round #1, he loaded it up with one of the best early game items, General, there with the Ionic Spark, as well as making an early red buff. So he just got steamrolled.
Did find some upgrades there as Nidalee eventually was hit.
All right, moving on to WTCN. As he's sitting with the 3 nobles. This is one of the best early game combinations here. Noble gives you huge armor and life on hit back, but he's got no 2-stars.
Yeah, and he's kind of far from making this much stronger. He does have a Poppy. You can grab a Darius and Mord and actually go 4 Knight if you wanted to leave yourself open to that possibility, which will quickly become better than Noble. Especially early game 4 Knight, it's actually no joke. Like most things, auto attacks are 50 to 60. And so you would negate that down to 10 damage. It's actually insane how strong 4 Knight is early if you can get it. And I'm really surprised he's not looking at that right now.
Aynı senaryoya, aynısı deja vu.
Looks like he's going to be able to take down the demons, though. Can he? Varus is firing away. Rapid fire. Boom! All right, so what's he got on the bench? He's still holding on to a lot of scraps there, not a lot of pairs. Keeping himself open to wilds, demons, assassins. And what's it going to be? He gets a Nidalee. That's not really going to help either.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the Garen
this is
also
a rough
makes up
early
pair.
game. So at least on this loss streak, he is getting lower in the health pool for an earlier pick on the next carousel that comes up. And that's kind of your only salvation.
When do you cut your losses there and sell out to get to 10? Because I would, at that point, maybe consider it.
Well, you got to start building somewhere, and he really has no base of a build yet, so he's looking to hold on to everything to have more options.
Glad Dog has his webcam on today. Nice, he has the casting on the Braum to stop him from getting that ult off.
I mean, he also has 2 demons, so he's got just mana burn all over the place.
He's yoked. I always say yoked. I'm going to say yoked, but I always say egg yolk instead.
Typomatic, thank you for subbing. Stop. Not.
Feeling kind of hungry still from didn't get enough breakfast?
Yeah, I need some more eggs.
Also, a lot of people like the intentional mispronunciation to be more hipster.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me.
All planned. All right, what's Dog going to go for? I didn't see, what was his bench items? Let's see, there is a recurve bow, but it's on the 1-cost graves.
Someone will still grab that, most likely. Ibai's looking like he's beelining for it.
The needlessly large rod on Poppy looks pretty juicy with the 3-cost. Oh,
Well,
that one's
that's
gone
why
too.
it's gone. I mean, you have 2 more 3-cost units with Chain Vest as well, which are super high value. So he's going to be probably hoping for the Morgana.
It's coming to him.
Just take the morgue.
Yeah. He's in the demons already. Locket can be built out of this. You can build a lot of different things. So I definitely can see why he's going for that.
And lockets are even good on the Morgana. Since he's got 2 Morganas now, having the armor on it isn't a bad thing because Morgana wants to get tanky, wants to be frontline. And now he's got 6 Cassidans early on.
And he leveled up to 5 there as well. So he's super strong. The 2-star Lulu, 2 2-star Cassidans, level 5. He'll win streak for a really long time.
I know.
He can easily get some extra bonuses in as well. Let's see. Level 5 right now, down to 2 gold, but I would expect him to aggressively spend to keep up this win streak. He's facing the early Locket, but since he has so much power, I think he should be able to get through it. Both Cassidans, mana burning, good targets here. Morgana,
not a great ult.
Opponent side, not going to get anything done, so it should be an easy win for Dog.
Yeah, even though his Morgana only hit 1 unit, it's just so much lifesteal. And this is perfectly timed. The Lulu ultimate wears out right in time for Lulu to get her next ultimate, so not stacking that at all.
Double Cassidans and double demons here. Every unit except for Lulu has at least a chance to burn opponent's mana, so they don't get to play the game.
It's an auto-attack battle.
Reckful looked like he might be stacking this volley bear. He already has the early rapid fire cannon. That is going to double the range. Even of melee units, it will take you from 1 to 2. So it allows even melee units to be range carries like Volibear, who can chain attacks once he procs the ultimate.
And he has a tier on it as well, so if he ever finds a spatula, he's already setting up for a great demon bear comp.
I've never played Volibear any, by the way.
He's never played Volibear carry, he says.
So I will say it's one of the weirder comps or like hyper carry units. So it is maybe a little more difficult to pull off.
So here's the reason why people do play it though.
Right.
Because the ultimate, like you can see, is chaining 1 hex over to any other enemy unit that's next to it. And that applies on hit effects. He's inherently a glacial, which will give you the 20% chance to stun with just 2 glacials in. You can see the Braum there giving that to him. So you can chain stun people, and then if you make him a demon like you're talking about, you can chain mana burn people. So people also throw on items like the red buff, any of those other on hits will chain through to multiple targets. That's what you want with that Volibear carry.
The other nice thing about it is he's a brawler, so you can, a lot of the times when you build hyper carries, you actually want defensive items on them to keep them alive. So we saw like the Akali last game having Phantom Dancer and a Dragon's Claw. By being a brawler, if you're able to get 4 brawlers in, he just naturally gets such a large health pool. He almost always gets to ult and start applying that ultimate effect. So yeah, he is one of those really strong
spatula.
ones.
I wonder what the best glacials are.
If you got the spatula this early,
I know Bronze.
And already making
From
a
a
level,
creep round too?
a level 1 demon bear, that would be nuts. He would also take a sword. You know, you can put a Sojin on Pike right now. Pike's also sporting a tier already. What's it going to be?
Survey says gold.
Cash money.
Does hit a Braum upgrade though.
2 Broms.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best glacial to go with Volibear, but if you find a Leona now, you know, throwing in early Guardians is actually insanely powerful because it's going to add a lot of extra armor to already the extra health that you have with your brawlers.
Yeah, the glacials you really like are things like Sejuani and Ash, Anivia, if you want to be able to go even Elemental splashed in there as well. Braum is tanky, but
He's econing pretty well as well. Here you can see 30, 3 gold generators on the left, but he can easily sell something to get up to 4 already.
yeah, I'm sure he will. He needs to turn around and get that Pike off his bear. Oh, it ran forward.
JoshOG's acting.
Morello's Pike too.
Wait, I should just see what he's doing because he does it every game.
Yep, JoshOG always. I mean, it feels like every replay we had, it was a carry Volibear, right?
Yeah.
So Reckful's talking about just copying JoshOG.
You see JoshOG at 92. He won that one.
The better Volibear wins. But Reckful's is actually a little bit ahead of him since he already has the tier on it as well.
And we'll have to see. It also means they're going to be going after that, so the likelihood of a 3-star bear is pretty low. Other comps, we see Uthenera, largely in just demons.
Scouting is super important, trying to see if other people are going your composition. So Reckful just playing against JoshOG. Now they both see each other, and it's kind of that stare down. Are we both going for the Volibear? Because you alluded to it, Mark. If both of them are going for the level 3 Volibear, then there's a super low chance, since the units are all in a shared pool, that either of them would get it.
Oh, there's the
Double static early carry Nidalee here.
Yeah, you see the damage there is insane. Garen wasted his entire spin doing nothing there, and he's still probably going to be able to win this round.
Static Shiv and Ionic Spark are 2 super good early game art items because they're both flat values of damage, and he stacked all 3 of them. There's 2 Static Shivs on this Nidalee, as well as the Ionic Spark. Even though it's level 1, he's protecting it, fully surrounded here. Protect the president with all the items.
Nidalee doesn't do damage. It's all those sharp objects she's holding.
Yeah, but it's dangerous, though, to put them all on a level 1 unit, because if Nidalee dies, the Ionic Spark does not proc anymore. The Static Shivs don't proc anymore.
And here's the health for Lobby 2. Right now, Amaz up on the top, just barely edging out Super JJ for the #1 spot at the moment. And a decently even lobby, nobody getting blasted just yet. And Chad, I know you guys were concerned about Ibai having trouble connecting to this lobby, but he cleared it with the admin team. They said, hey, let's just keep going, and he's doing just fine right now as he's up in 4th place. So.
Oh, Nidalee!
This is your point.
The president is down!
It's up to Garen to Adventure. They're set up for a really nice spin here.
It does make you immune to magic damage, but you can still get applied things like Morello you saw there when the Pike went through the Garen. The burn was still on him. If Nidalee dies, the comp is dead, Mark.
Yeah. And
all your items are gone.
It's hard to even criticize for me because the Nidalee is such a good unit for them. The natural attack speed from the wild will give you a ton of procs of the static shivs, but that is the risk.
And he was sitting on 2. There was another Nidalee on his bench. He just never found the 3rd to make the Nidalee a 2-star. All right, heading into the carousel here. He's got 2nd round of the picks here. He'll get released along with Reckful. And they're both going to go for some 4-cost units or recurve bows. It's like one of each.
Yeah, it's hard.
Reckful gets a brawler there. The Cho'Gath might be the 4th brawler for his Volibear carry.
Oh, yeah, that could be really good to put in there. Unfortunately, neither him nor Josh could find the spatula. WTCN grabbed that one, so no Demon Bears quite yet.
Recurve bow is a pretty good consolation prize, though. Ibai got a 2-cost recurve bow with the Lulu here, and Ibai is sitting on full economy.
Yeah.
You don't get any more interest past storing up 50 gold. So you want to spend off usually back down to, at least back down to 50, especially if you're in a dangerous position.
Yeah, not the best interval. You'll see he's got to kind of over level by 2 to get there, but does let him put an extra unit in.
So he's gonna move the items or keep the items all on level 1 Nidalee. Assassins just make him so useless right now because the melee units all will move forward and leave Nidalee exposed. But no big assassins besides the pike, so she survives for now.
Yeah, this is Byron's bear comp right now. It does have the 4 glacial, so you see how much health there is to get through. So even though the Nidalee lived for a while, the flat damage, not that great against units that all have around 2k HP.
Yeah, and you can see the level 1 Cho'Gath with the Giant's Belt and the 4 Brawler buff with the extra 700 looks like a 2-star unit. There's so much health on that Cho'Gath.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about brawlers in general. Is it just feels like even if everything's one-star unit, still you have as much HP as 2 and 3 cost
the
units.
Ash. This is a really big pickup here.
Yeah, you should definitely transition the items off the Nidalee now. This is what you were waiting for. It also gives you a glacial bonus. Ash uses those items extremely well as well. Her ultimate being super strong, so the early mana from the shivs, this is kind of what I was talking about before, where shivs are still good, even though the flat damage part drops off, attack speed and mana is so good.
He's got a new president. Ash has now been elected. Everybody protect Ash. Put her in the corner. She's got all of the items.
The polls were low on Nidalee. We needed change.
Also, whoever that was.
All right. Zed here is the one with a Stark's Fervor for him. He doesn't have every hex acquired for it. The Volibear got hooked by Blitzcrank.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misposition. He had his pike in the corner, so the Blitz will never target Assassin, so it'll hit the next closest, furthest unit away, and that was the Volibear. And so he ends up getting yoinked right out of there. Though luckily, 4 brawlers so strong, probably going to be okay anyways.
I do like pikes in the corner regardless, though, because you you always want to go opposite corner to get behind the enemy carries.
Good.
And at this point in the game, even if you scout, it's hard to know if you're going to go against the Blitz player.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
I believe in you.
you kind of just say whatever. Is it better to set your pike up well or to against one of the 5 other players or whatever get hooked?
Sitting on 2 Cho'Gaths here. Josh almost ready to upgrade. He's staying true to the Volibear strat. He found success and topped the group yesterday with multiple Volibear carries. This time around, he's already got the Hush. That item is a Tear and a Spatula that silences people on hit.
Tear and a Negatron.
Yeah, Tear and Negatron Cloak, which silences units instead, but it's on hit and it has a pretty high chance. I think they released it was like 20 or 25.
It's 50.
Oh my goodness, 50% chance to silence?
It's the highest on-hit effect in the game, I'm pretty sure.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, I think the Disarm and the Curse Blade are at 25%.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for.
Yeah.
We can win.
And it already feels like those ones proc really effectively, but 50%?
Yeah, and it's underrated. People talk about mana burn. It's just another way to deny ultimates, and it's something that's also not very contested. So now,
Survivability.
a little bit more survivability for his bear. He's given up on Demon Bear, can't get there. He just wants power right now, and I totally respect that. I think people should often be looking to put the most powerful thing on the board at all times, and sometimes people focus too much on economy and holding optimal item situations. Look at that silenced Sad Dragon.
Wait till it starts chaining.
Silence.
2 silences.
3 silences.
Oh my God, you're right. It is 50% chance. That's insane.
Yeah, it's definitely undervalued for on-hit comps.
Yeah. He has stayed true to the Volibear, and Volibear, even though it's still level 1,
He's scouting the other Volibear player. He's scouting Reckful.
Reckful's Volibear looks kind of sad in comparison with just the red buff.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought he had a Tear.
I guess that was a third Volibear player.
That was
General.
General also had a Volibear.
With 3 of them going for Volibear carries, then the Volibears start to get scarce.
Yeah, this starts to get a little suspect. Yeah, he's got a 2-star red buff Volibear.
JoshOG, though, hit the 2-star, and General hit the 2-star just now.
Oh, everyone's getting him. Except for Byron, he's still sad, I guess.
All right.
Womp womp.
Uthenera, all in. Yeah, all in on his assassins.
Ninja Assassins. He did have to roll for it, though, by the way. So for Ninja Assassins, you really want to get that Akali to make sure you can have all your ninjas in, which is a 4 cost. So you want to wait until 6 or 7 to spam your rerolls to get your money.
But he 2-started already.
Yeah, and he's got it, and it's going to definitely pay for itself in victories. You talk about spending money aggressively to protect your life. this is what it is. You know, getting wins here now. They should continue to roll through.
Almost
6
killed.
assassins bonus.
Akali ikilemem nasıl bir şey?
Almost killed him with that, and with the Warmogs on as well. That Akali is gonna be a huge problem in the late game for most of these comps. Maybe the red buff Volibear can stop her.
O çok güzel bir şeydi ya bu arada infoydu. Ben orada
In
mesela
terms of upgrades, he still has a lot left. The Kennen, Evelynn, and Rengar, all those 3 cost units are all still bronze, so he can level those up pretty quickly.
param bitecek.
See, what is he holding this Morgana on for?
Bir tane.
I mean, it's possible Demon Tekken for a level up, but that seems like it's so far away.
I think it's not worth selling right now because it doesn't get you to a break point.
But so my thinking is you sell it and you roll a little bit for those 1-star units that you've got in there, the Kennen and stuff like that. Maybe you can
I think
upgrade one of them.
you could do that, but I think he's so strong that he should be fine. Kind of
Let's
focusing
see.
more on he's fine. He should focus more on ecoing back up to he spent his gold, he hit his power spikes, and you can just chill I think for a little bit right now and
Megatron'la Akali.
try and he's on a 5-game win streak, right? So you can get your economy high enough to go to 8 or something.
He is the #1 money winner from all of yesterday. Coming from Turkey, laying down the wins.
Early'de win streak biraz para.
And people start taking damage. Josh and Dog were both at 80 like 2 or 3 rounds ago, so they must have took some hard hits recently.
Bir de şey var, Negatron var. Ya
He had I think a Negatron cloak on the bench. We'll see if he goes for another one for that Akali. I think that'd actually be a really nice pickup if he can find it.
Almamazsan Negatron al.
aa kiki.
No, he passes
Nope.
the Negatron,
Chain
goes
Vest.
for the Phantom Dancer build. Chain Vest can turn into a Phantom Dancer.
Adam plan B'yle oynadı ya.
Good protection versus any other assassin players.
Aynen biliyorum.
Zeki adam. Benim
He's talking. I think he was talking about some of the Volibear carries too there as he's looking at mousing over Reckful.
Poker World
Dodging those attacks can be really important too, because you can dodge. Everybody's got 25% chance to crit, not just assassins. So you can also dodge some of the on-hit players.
Oh, he wanted it for the locket completion. Okay. Does give general tankiness to more people than just the Akali, so definitely still a really good pickup.
Şeyine ver shield'ı. Renk.
All right, big view here. Let's see who's at the bottom. We had one person eliminated already. We got an 11 life total down there for somebody.
Yeah, trying to figure out who it is. It's Ibai. Ibai is in trouble.
I think I should make the glacial.
I think he gave up on his Volibear.
I'll just
He's-
do it.
Yeah, there were too many, so,
So he's
Reckful's
transitioned.
out.
There's too many Volibears, so I'll go Ninja Assassin
Get back
with
wow.
Guardian.
Well, I mean, if you get handed him, Reckful,
Ooh, he killed the Shen.
he's got level 2 Akali as well, and that's what makes it. Look at his Shen with the rapid fire Curse Blade.
Yeah, he put all the items onto the Zed.
He's not freezing anyone.
But he's fighting
the
Uthenera.
whole fight.
20% chance.
see him freeze
Oh,
one
he's
time?
complaining about no glacial stunts.
Yeah,
did?
no
Okay.
glacial stuns.
He lived in the 80%.
Okay.
I mean,
No chance to stun.
So yeah, it's rough for him because
knock it last.
he had to
got
switch
first in the
out
first
of
lobby.
Volibear carry, so he still has the Braum in there, the Guardians. He's not a fully empowered ninja assassin. He doesn't have the 6 ninja bonus for the really big crits.
Well, and the people who want to abuse that glacial effect are usually things that have some kind of way of spreading the effect out more.
My goodness, look at this lobby too. Scarra and Amaz already out. Becca right now up on top.
She's killing it.
Wait, was that Scarra eliminated first last time and second this time?
Man,
Oh, Scarra!
he's
Tough
gonna have
day.
to win out at this point to make it to top 8.
Rough day.
Ooh, nice Phantom board here for Reckful to stabilize a little bit.
Let's see, he's holding on to Draven and Yasuo, possible Blade Masters. Is he looking for a third transition? Because Shen
Well,
is a Blade Master.
You can run Ninja Blade Master pretty easily.
Yeah, Shen is a Blade Master.
Yep, so I think he might be trying to get out of the assassin part of it, maybe.
3 transitions for completely different builds, though.
Ibai drops there,
De los picuchillos, tío, por una unidad, tío.
getting 7th.
Ah, estaba con 14 de vida hasta el del top 4, tío. Ah, Dios mío.
Moving on.
So
So here's one of the other bears. Still hasn't found the extra bow for RFC. That's what he's holding it for.
I like that he's committed, though. He stayed true. When 3 people go for Volibear carries, it's a game of chicken. You know, who's actually going to call it quits first? And General has stayed true. He just needs 1 recurve bow. Pray for the recurve bow off these Raptors.
Ooh, yeah.
And it looks like he alt-tabbed, got a little
Yeah, he got a lot of frames
lost
there. And here we see wtcn. He's in the Ninja Elementalist version of this. Also with double locket, 2-star brand.
Akali'ye varmak. Hatta Akali'ye
He's still missing Akali upgrades. Those are going to be hard to find because there's already two star Akalis. It's going to be very difficult to find 2 more at this point.
Yeah, he's only got 10, 11 gold to re-roll with here. Finds a couple of the extra ninjas, but he's going for so much now. Still a level 3 Zed, and he's got all these pieces. You can't go for too many level 3s at
Yeah,
once.
he gave up on the Shen Dream there. Sold
I think he
both
should
of
give
them.
up on the Kennen too.
What are the 3 items you want to have on an Akali?
I mean, your dream state is really difficult for Akali because Akali scales with literally everything.
Yeah.
You can go defense items with Claw
went
and
for
PD, or even Warmogs, or you can go the AP route because her ability one-shots people, or you can even go attack speed builds on her because she has some of the highest damage and attack speed stats in the game as well.
You can go for mana, even like you saw that 1 tier helped her get her first ult off, which was really big.
The best tier items for Akali, though, are either turning her into a demon, which fully fills the mana bar and then allows her to mana burn, or not even a tier item at all is the sorcerer. Turning Akali into a sorcerer, since she only requires 25 mana to cast her ability, lets her get it off with 1 auto attack and a little bit of damage usually, and she'll instant cast it again. So there's a lot of options. People also go Seraph sometimes.
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
it
say.
refunds your 20 mana, but turning her into a sorcerer has been super effective for me because the sorcerer item gives you 40 AP as well. So it's basically like Seraph, since on auto attack you're going to get the double mana and you still get extra AP power.
Evet abi.
All right, here's Josh. I think he just played Josh and beat him. We'll see if Josh does any better this time around.
Daisy spawn in the middle. Mana burn on Cho'Gath. Multiple mana burns on the Cho'Gath. I don't think it's going to get an ult
Here's the
off.
chaining silence, though. You see multiple silences and...
Volibear carry still working away with the ult procced.
Uh-oh, gotta silence this Pike to stop him from being able to... Oh, there's the glacial effects.
Yeah, he's going to get the Shen, and it's a 1v1 Volibear.
Volibear always wins that.
Wow.
JoshOG, the OG Volibear carry player.
Still in first, but you feel it's so much harder now to kind of keep destroying people. The flat health starting to fall off once these ninjas and assassins start critting for 2.5k damage.
He's spreading his money so much there. He just upgraded the Rengar. Let's take a look at Dog with the Sorcerers.
Sorcerer Dragon, interesting.
These are like the
So the Dragon and the Dragon Claw buff on Morgana, all 3 of these magic immunities, will provide value versus Akali. There's so many Akalis in the backline that are jumping around. At least it protects you from that ultimate, but all the other assassins, the crits are going to be so dangerous still.
Yeah, you're still more scared of the crits, but it's still worth it with, there's Evelyn magic damage, there's Kennen magic damage, there's Brand if it's the Elementalist version. There's so many different types of magic
Sorcerers gets the big lockdown there.
Yeah.
The 6 sword thing. I don't think it makes that.
That was a Phantom board, so no crits to worry about. Whenever you see an assassin board with no little legend pop out, you're pretty happy because they just crit for the regular 100%.
There's a Nivea with the rod on that one, as well as the MF with a blade.
Oh, the 3-star carry Aatrox. 4 Tides. And he has the 6 Blade Master. So this is what I think I was saying more people should be looking at. It's actually very strong. And while your front line isn't like the craziest thing, you have so much raw damage in all your different threats.
All right, but he's facing a 3-star Volibear carry. Crip has a Phantom Dancer disarm, red buff Volibear, 3-star, going at it with the Aatrox. He gets dunked by the Aatrox.
Oh, he got stunned though. There's another one from the Sejuani. He needs one more ult. If the Aatrox can get
4v1! No! Oh, and Crip takes it in the 4v1 at the end. Volibear carry outdoing the Aatrox carry because of the crowd control.
Yeah, the Rage Blade on the Aatrox is pretty useless because you already get the 6 Blade Master proc to get extra attacks off. I'm sure he just had to build that item, was kind of forced into it. Obviously, you don't want that, but making the most of it.
Now, we'll show you guys the replay of how that lobby ends, but if you want to see it happen live, go check out Crip's stream.
All right, this is not a Phantom board here.
Yeah, this is the real deal.
Still looking like he's got it. The Kennen is the last opponent. Taking it
Slapping him down.
Mana burn does hit there. Brandon Morgana, the last one standing. Dog finds another victory, remains on top.
I am always rooting for the non-assassin players, so Sorcerer, Elementalist, Dragon will always be my
comp is
person I'm cheering for.
Get rid of Shyvana, but I think I like Shyvana.
Talking about some Shyvana moves here. He wants one more Karthus. He's rolling for the Karthus.
he's got
there
it.
Oh
Oh my God, that's a huge upgrade.
With $1 left, Dog is able to get the level 2 Karthus. He now has level 2 Karthus and level 2 Anivia. Those are both 5-cost legendary units. Upgraded to level 2s here.
Uh-oh, JoshOG's on the ropes.
This guy should get grabbed. I should probably put the.
All right,
Uh-oh.
he grabs the Karthus. Can he kill the Karthus?
If he can silence it, he silenced it. He might be able to. Now he's got it stunned. The Karthus isn't going to go off here. Is actually this is
Volibear
great.
carry. Cho'Gath ultimate is really big too. This Volibear is going to be unchecked. It's Shyvana versus Volibear.
Shyvana does have the red buff on to percent magic or health
No
burn.
glacial stun. Gets it. The Shyvana carry. Last laugh.
We spent so much time looking at the Karthus. There's so many threats on Dog's comp. Realistically, you have a 2-star Anivia as well, which does an insane amount of damage as well as slows attack speed. You have 2-star Brilliant Soul with double Shojin, 2-star Brand, 2-star Shyvana. He's actually like so strong with so many different threats, as well as having double Locket as well.
Right here.
Dragon with the Hush coming up. Dragon can silence Dog in that case. Now we're looking at it from Uthenera's perspective.
I think Dog's had a
Shojin.
Yeah, it's Shojin on it.
Oğlum yenemezsin büyük ihtimalle ya.
Kartusunu tekler.
Oh no, he's looking at Dog's board.
Now.
Yeah, no, this is
Uthenera's perspective looking at Dog's board because
you're right.
he's scouting right now.
So Uthenera has the Shojin.
Shojin'i kime vereceğimizi düşün. Ben Pike diyorum.
Sojin doesn't really help Dragon that much. Good try, Dragon.
Yeah.
All right, that Sojin's going to help him, though. He can put that on Pike, who already has a tier.
Yeah, that's huge pickup for him on the Pike.
Maybe you get some big stuns. One extra Pike stun can completely change the final fight. And this is going to be the final fight. 16 HP remaining here on Uthenera. Can he do it against Dog?
He really wants that stun to kind of go off during the Karthus ultimate to try and interrupt it, but that's a super hard thing to try and time correctly.
Oh, or just...
You just keep stunning multiple times.
look for some big crits, maybe.
Yeah, pray for the crits.
All right, he's got demons in too. The Evelyn, you can see, has mana burn on him with the Morgana, so he teched in some mana burn here. You have to get pretty lucky though. It's only 25% chance with 2.
All right, he's on the Karthus. One more crit will finish him off.
Karthus,
oh no!
That's gonna do it.
Wow. Full health Akali with Warmogs,
Dragon's
though.
Claw.
He's not taking magic damage, but he's still getting
Daisy is
stunned up.
bonking away on him.
There's the attack speed slow. That's pretty brutal.
Morgana. Look
at that. Look how slow she attacks. It's insane.
All right. Oh, he's still alive. One more.
He should grab that Blitzcrank and go for a tech. I didn't do it.
2 HP. Yeah, it's hard because you break so many synergies.
Yeah, you have
game.
to find.
You would have to give up Demon. Morgana would be the only choice, I think, to tech out because you can't give up your 6 Assassin.
Yeah.
You got to get those crits.
But I still think Morgana is probably not doing a ton.
Yeah, she's providing the Demon mana burn, but that's a very luck-based 25% thing.
And there's so many threats to mana burn on.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Opponent has a lot of magic resist as well. 3 magic immunities, basically. Dog, sitting pretty, doesn't have to change anything. Doesn't even move positioning here. Feels just fine about it. Daisy comes out right in front.
Oh my god.
Oh, one shot the.
I guess I can.
Karthus got killed by the Akali. Akali's doing work.
That's both of his major casters dead instantly. He's actually going to take so much
The
damage
power
here.
of RNG with Assassin's Mark. 6 Assassin bonus. Those crits will win you the game if you hit them. 25% chance, and that Akali
Boy, that's crazy.
rolling the dice high.
I wonder if he should try and swap his lines at all.
I could.
I think he got a little lazy with the positioning. We saw Ibai when he was in a similar situation, continually moving around the elementals, trying to get the Daisy in the back in the right position. But right now, Karthus and Asol are going to be the prime targets sitting in the corner. So last second, 3 seconds left, he swaps them to the other corner.
I like that. It puts Karthus in a harder spot to hit because only 2 units can get on top of him here if Karthus doesn't walk forward.
I still like the strategy of putting them literally front line.
Yeah, Karthus didn't walk forward here, so only one thing is able to target him. Ken is now turning around
It's
to
an
2.
Evelyn, though. No mana burn does. Karthus gets it off.
Oh, baby. But a lot of other units are already dead.
That was the most questionable oh baby I've ever heard.
It was like, I don't know. I think he's actually still going to lose this one.
Wow.
Yep, it's Anivia versus the world, and that attack speed slow is not gonna do it. The crits!
Oh no!
Reign supreme!
There's no justice in this world. Ninja Assassin win again.
The valiant effort from Dog. to-
Honestly, against a full assassin board like that, assassins cannot change their AI to not jump to the back. So I do like the strategy of putting your most valuable ranged carries literally on your front line. So the assassins all jump to the back. You know, you hit the elementals, Daisy, and stuff like that for a good hope to get off some giant AoE.
So here's that Blade Master versus Super Bear. It's a 3-starred version. Volibear might be able to carry this.
Gets hit in the Cho'Gath ultimate though. Draven Blade Master.
Oh, that was a huge Cho ult though.
All right, it's just Fiora. She's down.
Fiora can do it, maybe.
Is that